What's up everyone, I welcome you to another episode of Will of Thanks Blitz, where today we're going to be taking a look at the player who's done the most damage ever on the European server in the AMX 50B on the map that is Yamato Harbor. It is MaFFeNnas from R2K. Let's get right into the replay. Okay, so here we are. We can see that he is starting out on the southern spawn. Now, if we have a look at the enemy's lineup, they have a T93-1 and a Leopard 1. And MaFFeNnas on his team, he has got a Leopard PTA and an FV4202, and both of them are going right. So it is only understandable that he goes right as well, as he's a rather mobile heavy tank, as you can see the AMX 50B. It's a reloading, it's an auto-loading, sorry, heavy tank. Got 3 shells in the mag, 3 seconds intra-clip reload, so he's got 400 alpha, which means 1200 potential damage. So if he can catch either this T93-1 or the Leopard 1 off guard, he can do a lot of damage, as it is the case here. Puts one into the T93-1, but sadly doesn't get the tracking shot, and thus he only manages to put in one into the T93-1. Now he's thinking about going forwards, but it wouldn't make much sense because he's spotted right now, he knows it, and he doesn't want to take useless shots from the enemies, so he's rather relying on his aim. Puts a beautiful shot into the cupola. Sadly doesn't pen, but the second one does. And now he's on 800 damage. And the current situation is looking quite grim. You can see they've got 2 heavy tanks here sitting in the back. They've got the pretty much the entire enemy team on the right-hand side. They're making a lot of pressure. And his team here, this chieftain, is going in rather aggressively. But they are going to have to hold this right side because their team is not going to be of much help. Also, the FV215B on the left-hand side, who nearly advanced into their spawn. So they have really not got a lot of map control. He loads a PCR because he doesn't want to bounce off this E100. Gets another AP into the Leopard and gets his 3rd shell, which is also a tracking shot, which of course counts double because it also makes the T92 waste his repair kit, and puts in another one into the T92. So now he's on 2000 damage and sitting back. Now, what is the current situation? You can see this chieftain on the right hand side. He's getting pushed on rather aggressively by the enemy E100, and this chieftain, he's probably going to take at least 1 shot from the C100, maybe even another one from the T92 E1. Looks like the chieftain fired, and now he took one from the WT, it seems. And MaFFeNnas now here is absolutely making the correct play of putting some shells into the enemies and gets the kill on the T92 E1. That was a really, really huge kill, because if we have a look at the teams and at the tanks they still have, well, his team, they've only got 4 tanks, the enemy team has gotten 6, so it's absolutely time to get kills and to get going to do a lot of damage, because there is not much time. Time is working against them, because if it continues just as it went on until now, they are going to lose this game, so someone will need to have a big impact, and I think this is going to be MaFFeNnas here. Puts one into the low plate of the 100, puts in a second one, and is going for the AP on the it's going for the HE on the WT that way around. Gets a lucky bounce of the WT. That was huge, because that is going to save him 600 hit points, which may come in handy. And now drops in the engine boost. Absolutely goes absolutely forward. This is completely the correct play, because he's also got a 215B with big DPM behind him. Takes another one from the WT, looking really grim as of now. This looks like a loss, to be honest, but he actually gets the kill on the E100 as well. And the Yak Tiger managed to take down the 75 to make it a now 4 versus 3 situation. Now, he doesn't have a lot of HP, so 1 HE pen from the Leopard could kill him, 1 HE pen from the FV could kill him, or also if the FV215B rolls high. So he doesn't want to take more shells than he needs to, puts in 2 into the Leopard, and now goes for the reload. He's already on 6,500 damage. Crazy result, and here he's absolutely right. Someone on his team being very salty, and MaFFeNnas says, well, what I'm doing is I'm carrying you, and he's absolutely right. Yeah, camping. I mean, call it what you want, but if you do 6,900 damage like this, put 2 shells into the FV215B, and bounce the kill shot because you don't go into sniper mode. I think that was the first real misplay of the battle. I think he did make many correct decisions. He had beautiful aim, got a little unlucky in the beginning, yes, but that was actually the first real mistake, to not go for to not go into sniper mode and to thus bounce the shell on the 215B. That really shouldn't have happened, because now this 215B is actually left alive, and MaFFeNnas on 65 hit points. If he takes 1 more HE to the turret, he is done. However, he's not alone. he's got his Conqueror mate sitting behind him. And this E4, who is luckily not going for him, but the E4 just took down the Conqueror. And now it's time to go all in. Why is that? Well, if he continues to sit there like this, then this E4 is actually sooner or later going to come up behind him and kill him. So he doesn't want that to happen. So now he needs to go all in, and this is what he does. Goes around, pops the engine boost, and actually gets the kill on the 205B. Absolutely casual. Doesn't even go into A mode again, risky, but he does it for the drip, and he definitely, I mean, holy, that was a real nice shot. Also, really nice play, and also notice how he took, how he made a bigger circle when driving around that hill. Basically, he didn't want the FE215B to proxy spot him, which is why he made an extra big circle to go around. And now this is a very, very spicy situation. The enemy E4 is on full hit points, and if the enemy E4 basically sneezes at him with an HE round, then this battle is over. However, there's one thing this E4 does not have, and that is the same amount of skill as MaFFeNnas here, as MaFFeNnas puts in one into the back of the E4, and actually utilizing the advantage he has. Well, the advantage that MaFFeNnas has is the disadvantage the E4 has, and that is the turret that is not fully traversable. The E4 can only turn his turret 90 degrees to the left and to the right, and so if this E4 drives out backwards, just as he did a second ago, then MaFFeNnas can actually put a shell into him. But even if he does so, he still needs to be very careful, because if this E4 sees the slightest bit of him, he is dead. However, he takes the situation, goes in, puts in a tracking shot in the E4, and finishes him off. Absolutely beautiful play. I mean, that battle, yes, maybe apart from that one moment when he didn't go into sniper mode where he should have, it was absolutely beautiful execution, getting up on 9,457 damage. That is the most that has ever been done, and it is a very, very, very well-deserved result. I mean, if you look at the team, obviously nobody did anything really, because I mean, if you have to do 9,500, there's not much of a team left to work with. So I mean, absolutely beautiful. He did pretty much all the damage here in this game. There were quite a few key moments when he decided to go around the hill. When he killed the FE215B, when he decided that it's actually time to go in, you know, when his Conqueror mate died and when it went into a 1 versus 2, when he actually decided to make the push here at the end, even used his engine boost. I mean, he was just waiting for it, and he used the fact that the E4 has only got a 90-degree turret traverse, and he also used his mobility. So all in all, an absolutely beautiful match played here by MaFFeNnas, really showing how to get better at this game. I think you can learn a thing or two from this really, really great player and his absolutely beautiful execution of how to play the AMX 50B. Thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. It's the first type of video I make of this series, which is the reviewing of Hall of Fame replays. I really hope you could learn a thing or two off of MaFFeNnas' beautiful execution and playstyle here. Leave me some feedback in the comments as well of how you like this video series, and if you want me to go over more replays, especially Hall of Fame replays. That was it from my side, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. I was your host, SnakeToast, and it was a pleasure to have you watch this video. See you soon.